Bubba. Bubba, no running.
Bubba, you go to that one.
Well, that's no good.
Get me.
You're terrible. Oh, there you are. April, where are we?
In the bus.
Yeah, we're in Africa. Africa,
not
USA.
We're itching and scratching.
We're Africa in US.
Exactly. That's what you should see.
I like that.
Okay.
Don't look at me. Can I do it?
So what happened?
Well, I was sound asleep in bed, and I'm like, I don't want to get up. And then my dad's like, Nancy brought donuts, and I ran out of the room. And my dad started laughing. And then I
Oh,
ran.
you said donuts.
And I donuts, and then I just ran out of the
Dad,
room,
can I put my
speeding
head in
fast.
this? Or not? It's not black.
You'll die.
Send somebody else to get it.
It's not coming.
Now as I pull up here, you'll know on your right hand side, up near the front of the vehicle here, we have two of our South African cheetahs.
Whoa, where are the cheetahs?
Go ahead and get a stop so you guys can get a look.
Oh, there they are. Right over there. Right over there.
Where?
See 'em?
Rhinos, Dad! Get the rhino!
Cat is known for its lack of endurance, so the tenacious stalker, and will creep right up to about 100 feet. We're born and bred at the Wild Animal Park, and we're raised together, so they absolutely love spending their days lazing about at the Wild Animal Park.
Rhino, see 'em over
She
there?
is currently pregnant.
Pregnant rhino. See her?
Now these days we don't see Limby doing too much but lazing around in the shade. Her baby inside of her weighs about 80 to 100 pounds. As you can imagine, she's quite tired, and that baby, she just wants it out, so she'll just sit in the shade and rest for the days. Now we expect her baby to be due about mid-May, and it's coming up the end of June, so we're expecting that baby any day now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now if you take a look at her ears as we drive by her, folks, you can notice that she's flickering them. This gives us the indication that she hears us there. She wasn't moving them independently. She can have one ear facing us while the other is facing completely backwards. They move independently right now, and there is a reason for this, folks. As you can see, the babies are about snack size for any predators out there, and the cheetahs that we passed earlier, the springbok, are there.
Mommy.
They had a white coat. Now the reason for this is much like on a day like today at the Wild Animal Park, a hot day, you and I would wear a lightly colored or even a white shirt. In that exhibit there, these are our South African sable antelope. Now if you'll notice on the very left of that herd, you'll notice our male. He is significantly darker and he has much larger horns. Now you'd think, doesn't he stand out to predators? And yes, well he does. But the thing is with him showing off like that, he's very brave, and the females in his herd would see him as a suitable mate. Guesses of what this is?
Oh.
You guessed it, he's a giraffe. Now, an interesting fact about giraffes that they use for their defense strategies out there in Africa is obviously their height. Male giraffes can reach anywhere between 16 to 18 feet tall, while the females can get about to 14 to 16 feet tall.
Look at that giraffe, though.
Now, along with their height, their great eyesight works to get away from predators. They can see if you leave there, the tour guide on the back of that vehicle is feeding the giraffes. Now, you can inquire about the photo caravans at guest relations or even the ticket kiosk right next to the Journey to Africa entrance. That is the best way to get a look at the animals, and as you see, they are even feeding those giraffes out there. Now the giraffe's coat, as we see, there's another one coming closest to us. You can see the sunlight breaking through the leaves. And we're sending them off to another zoo so they can have the breeding success that we've had here at the park. Now here on the right-hand side of that feeding trough, that lavender animal with the horns that point straight backwards is one of our gamsbok. Now gamsbok will herd about 50 in a herd, and this is for the safety in numbers they drop.
April.
Now one interesting thing about the gamsbok is if you got to look at their face, you'll see beautiful black and white markings, and this is known as a threat mask. And no, it does not scare away that fallen log there on the left-hand side. Now, much like the giraffe, the ostrich is the tallest living bird and can get anywhere between 6 to 9 feet tall. Now, along with their great eyesight, like the giraffe, this helps them work legs and toes to kick if a predator got too close. If you go up a little bit, you'll see a couple of reddish-orange animals. Those are our red lechwe. As you can see, they have a very bright orange color, and they stand out fairly easily to you and me. Now you may be wondering why that is, because wouldn't they stand out to predators? Well, luckily enough for the red lechwe, most of their predators have a red and green colorblind deficiency, which means they have a hard time distinguishing between the red-orange coat on the lechwe and the very bright green surroundings that they live in. So this orange coat helps them stand out to you and I, but to predators, they are blending right in. Them right now. Now what they're doing right now is a defense technique. They're sitting in what's called an alert circle. As you can see, they have somebody sitting in every which direction, and this is to make sure that they have eyes in every direction to ensure that predators can't lose them, confuse them. Now at that feeding trough right down there, folks, you'll see two of our southern white rhinos. Now the white rhinos are the only non-endangered species of rhinoceros, but it hasn't always been that way. Back in the early 1900s, there were less than 100 of them. Now off here on the right, you get a glimpse of a few of our Barbary red deer up at the feeding trough at the top of the hill, and there's one right across from the front of the vehicle there.